Interesting updates on the passenger that died on a Carnival cruise ship. Cruise passengers stuck in Lisbon due to a port strike. Carnival making changes to beverage package and loyalty program. And a lifeboat falls off of a cruise ship. Lots to talk about. Let's get to it. Hi, I'm Sean Wendt. I'm your host here at the Went There Cruising channel. And today is cruise news for Saturday, November the 22nd, 2025. Our weekly cruise update. So the first story today is an update on a story reported last week from the Carnival Horizon, where the 18-year-old was found deceased. And of course, the FBI was investigating and no details were released. But what we do know from court filings now is that a step-sibling, a juvenile step-sibling, is a person of interest in this case. So that's very interesting. Possibly she did run into some foul play there. Probably a while before we hear anything out of the FBI. They are notoriously tight-lipped and slow about their investigations. And probably even more so here, being that the suspect is a juvenile. But it does go to show just, how rare stranger danger is on a cruise ship or really in society at large. In most cases, if you're a victim of a violent crime, the suspect is somebody that you are at least acquainted with. So very scary, but at least we know a little bit more now out of that one. The next story today actually comes out of Princess Cruises. They've announced this week that they are cutting back on their vacation protection plan. So previously there were two tiers of this. There was the standard or an enhanced one, and now they're going to do away with the standard one. Now, as they do away with this, it actually also does away with a perk. Previously, if you had that Ruby or above status in the Princess Cruises loyalty program, you were able to get that enhanced vacation protection package for the price of the standard one. So now that there is no longer a standard one, that perk is seemingly going away. But you tell me, do you purchase the protection package from the cruise line? I personally have an annual plan that I use that I think is a little bit better. But you tell me, do you think it's a good deal to buy a vacation protection package from the cruise line? The next story today comes out of Carnival Cruise Line, updating their drink packages. So the 15 drink a day limit for alcohol has not changed. What they have changed is how frequently you can order that. I understand that previously there was a once per 5-minute rule, and now there is a once per 10-minute rule. So 10 minutes between drinks. But what this will not allow you to do is essentially order a double. Like you can't order, if you're getting some sort of a rum drink or something like that with an umbrella, you can't get a double because that would be 2 drinks. But some people say they like to order, a beer and a shot or something like that. Well, now you have to wait 10 minutes in between those. I don't know that this is a significant change because I think most people probably do not order 2 drinks in 10 minutes, but I do see some upset people online talking about this. So I guess it does matter to some people. I want to do a real quick coming soon for you. You may have noticed we posted a video this week on the Princess Cruises loyalty program. I'll leave a link to that down below. But additionally, next week we'll be putting out a Royal Caribbean loyalty program analysis. And in the coming weeks beyond that, there will be more of those coming out on other cruise lines. So if you're looking at trying to figure out which loyalty program to consider, then those videos may be helpful to you. So you subscribe for that. Or also today, or actually tomorrow, I am setting sail on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston. So we'll be putting out some MSC Seascape content in the coming weeks. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you are interested. But if you are comparing loyalty programs, that does lead into our next story out of Carnival. So they're making another change now with their new rewards program. And it is aptly named rewards program. It is not, in fact, a loyalty program anymore. So previously it was due to launch on June 1st next year, 2026. But now they've pushed that back to September 1st. So the advantage in this, if you're one of those diamond people, or I should say you're one of the platinum people that are chasing diamond, because under the new program, the only lifetime status is for the diamond level people. They give you now 3 extra months to be able to chase that status. So you can get, if you're close, it gives you a few extra months to get a couple more cruises in to maybe achieve that diamond status. Otherwise, the way the new program works, that there is a 2-year period where you will earn stars. So now it is a bit more clear now what it actually takes to earn stars. And I won't say it's super clear, it's still pretty complicated. But for every dollar that you spend on board or for the cruise fare, you earn 3 stars. You will earn 4 stars for every dollar you spend on board or toward cruise fare if you're using the Carnival MasterCard for that purchase. Additionally, you will earn 1 star on board for every casino point that you earn on board. So, stars in a 2-year period is what's going to be used to determine your rewards level. And so you have 2 years to earn it, and then once you earn it, you have the next 2 years to actually enjoy that status, but it will expire at the end of the next 2 years. Now, additionally, they have rewards points, and you can earn rewards points by using the Carnival MasterCard as well, including for purchases that you make for other things, gas, groceries, whatever. But those are earning rewards points. Those are not earning stars. So if you are, doing a bunch of extra spending, hoping to raise your status on Carnival, you're not going to. But what you will earn are reward points that can be used for things like excursions and spa packages and onboard spending. So you can earn that, and those do not expire so long as you continue to earn them, right? So like I said, at a certain point they would expire, but if you are continually earning them, then they do not expire. So if you save those up for a long enough period of time, then you could have really a lot of perks once you get on board that you could pay for, specialty dining and things like that, if you've earned enough reward points. But it's still complicated. And I think that's why so many people are looking to leave Carnival, because if you spent years getting to platinum and you're not going to be able to make it to diamond by next September, why stick around? They didn't value you. Why should you value them? The next story today comes out of Celebrity Cruise Lines. So the Celebrity Equinox was due to leave yesterday from Lisbon in Portugal, but they are stuck there. So they're actually going to be stuck there until tomorrow, Sunday, due to a port strike there. So not allowing them to leave. So there will be a 2 days delayed on their cruise. This is a transatlantic, but they are going to miss the stop of Tenerife, which may not be a bad thing. Tenerife's where the story reported last week where somebody got, or it's actually several people got washed off of the beach or off of like a pier into the water, and one elderly person died as a result of that. So rough seas there now, but they are not going to be stopping there in Tenerife because they're stuck extra couple days in Portugal. So I guess not the worst place to be stuck. It's a neat city, and so that's exciting. But yeah, if you were looking forward to getting on the sea, 2 days delayed there. Another story today out of Royal Caribbean, and not a real shocker here. It was reported this week that the Navigator of the Seas, the waterslides, are closed. Apparently, the clear acrylic sections of their waterslides are being replaced amidst a fleet-wide safety inspection. Not surprised to see this happen. And of course, you remember back in August on the Icon of the Seas, one of their clear acrylic sections on their waterslide broke while a passenger was on board. And actually, he was cut up pretty significantly as a result of that. And of course, there's lots of video of the water pouring out of the waterslide. So yikes, crazy scary. But yeah, not surprised Royal Caribbean's out there now doing inspections on their waterslides as a result. So a little more peace of mind if you are going to be using Royal Caribbean waterslides. And the last story today is a very interesting one. Back to Carnival Cruise Line. This week, the Carnival Dream was in Cozumel and apparently was doing exercises with the lifeboats, and one of them broke and fell into the water. So, yikes, crazy, right? The video of it is actually shocking. There's actually still a piece of the lifeboat still attached to the ship, while the rest of it with the broken top is sitting there in the water. It did not sink, so I guess it does show that they are seaworthy. But yeah, it broke. Apparently I guess there's multiple cables, right, that lowered into the water. Well, one of them got caught somehow and put all the weight on one side, which I guess caused enough stress on the top of the lifeboat for it to break and then fall into the water. So the lifeboat was left there. It's now sitting on the shore there in Cozumel, and the Carnival Dream has departed. So I guess there's not a lifeboat capacity issue on board. But I don't know, do they have extra lifeboats just sitting around? And it does kind of make me wonder, like, how safe are those lifeboats? I mean, they do sit out there in the sun constantly for years on end. I would imagine that the sun's got to take a toll on the roofs of those things. So how secure are they? I don't know. Now, good that this happened during an exercise and not during a real critical event. And I guess this is why you do exercises, right? So we don't have these kind of accidents happen when it is a critical event. But yeah, does this give you pause on wanting to hop on an older cruise ship with older lifeboats? So lots of stuff happening in the cruise world. I'm anxious to get sailed on the MSC Seascape, so I'm going to get out of here. But until we see you next time, we do wish you smooth sailing. Take care.